You might be fluent in English, but if you don't know these 5 rules of modern business communication, you will be in trouble. Not to worry though, because I'm here to help you, of course. Hi friends, welcome back to English for Tech Professionals, the channel where we help you speak English with confidence at work and in life. I am Anna Gandrabura, your English and effective communication coach. And if you're new here, I encourage you, I want you to subscribe to our channel and stick around for more English lessons like this one. Today, we're talking about 5 rules of modern business communication in English. These are practical tips and habits that I have noticed top-notch communicators use, both native English speakers and non-native English speakers. And by following these 5 rules, you will reduce misunderstandings in communication. You will build a stronger communication culture in your workplace, and you will also be better prepared to handle future challenges when you speak with people in English. Rule number 1, you need to speak up. Have you ever been in a meeting when you had something to say, but everyone was busy talking and no one asked for your input, so you just didn't say anything? Has it ever happened to you? I'm pretty sure it has. Well, there is something you can do in a situation like that, actually. You can just speak up. You can just start speaking. Speaking up means simply joining the conversation or giving your input without being directly asked to do it. Depending on where you come from, you may feel awkward interrupting people or chiming in a discussion because you have been told in your culture that this is a rude thing to do. However, in modern workplaces, especially if it's international or US based, speaking up is welcome and expected, and actually necessary even. If you have a question or an idea or a concern, don't wait for people to call on you. Voice it. Just start speaking. In the modern international business environment, it's completely okay to interrupt, but you have to do it respectfully and with purpose. Here are some useful phrases that you can use to join the conversation. Number 1, can I jump in for a second? Phrase number 2 that you can use when you want to chime in is, if I may add something before we move on. Another good phrase is, just wanted to add something real quick. And finally, sorry to interrupt, just a quick thought on that. And then you can voice whatever you have to say. Rule number 2, always give honest feedback. Modern business communication is built on honesty and authenticity. This is especially important when you give feedback. It is crucial to give feedback that is genuine with no sugarcoating. Don't make things look better than they are. But genuine does not mean harsh. The key is to balance positive and constructive feedback and give it in the right manner. Try this simple formula when giving feedback: observation, reason, suggestion. And this is what I mean by this formula. Observation, you say what you noticed. Reason, you explain why it matters, why it is important. And suggestion, you offer a way to improve or to continue doing something. Here's an example of constructive feedback. I thought some parts of the presentation moved a bit too fast. The thing is, when there is that much information, people need a few seconds to process the key ideas. Next time, I suggest doing a quick recap after each main point so it really sticks. What do you think? Does that make sense? Actually, you can use the same approach to give positive feedback as well, not just constructive negative feedback. Here's an example of positive feedback. I just wanted to say you're doing an awesome job jumping in to help others. That really supports the team. Keep it up. Just don't forget to take time off when you need it. Now I want you to reflect a little bit. When was the last time you gave your colleague some feedback? And when was the last time your colleague or your manager gave you feedback? What was it like? Was it positive feedback or was it constructive, negative feedback. And if you can remember how you worded this feedback or how the feedback given to you was worded, was it according to my simple formula or differently? Well, if it was worded differently, now you have a chance to practice giving feedback according to my simple formula. So you can write down what you're going to say to your colleague next time you have to give them feedback. Rule number 3, open up a dialogue. This is somewhat connected to the second rule we have just covered. Honest feedback is a two-way street. As a rule of thumb, after you give feedback or share your ideas, invite people to share their feedback with you or their ideas with you. And you need to get into the habit of using phrases like, "What do you think?" or "How does that sound to you?" or "I would love to hear your thoughts now," or anything you would add from your side. Let's take a look at this example. Here is the plan for next week. What do you think? Does this timeline work for you? When you open up dialogue like this with these phrases, this not only builds trust, it also makes people feel heard, which leads to better teamwork, of course, and which leads to fewer misunderstandings. Rule number 4, you need to use BLUF or BLUF. BLUF stands for bottom line upfront. And if you haven't heard of this technique, it will be a game changer for you right now. In modern communication, people appreciate it when you get to the point first and then provide details later. In English, the term bottom line is slang for the most important part. So literally, this means starting your message with the most critical piece of information you have to share, like an update, for example, or a key result you want to achieve, and then you will add supporting details afterwards. Here's an example. We will need to postpone the release by 1 week. The new API isn't stable yet. Then you can explain why and how. When you use the bottom line upfront approach and talk about the most important thing first, it shows respect for people's time. It also keeps meetings efficient, and also it keeps your emails readable as well. Here is a pro tip. When you have written an email, review it and identify the key message. If it is buried somewhere in the middle or it is at the bottom, move it to the top. Rule number 5 is to be mindful of changing language. Language evolves. The way people communicated in the 90s is not how we communicate today. This sounds simple, but even native English speakers struggle with embracing these changes. Specifically, Gen Z communication often sounds more casual than what older generations are used to, and that's not wrong. It's just different. And here's an example. When someone says thank you, an older professional might reply, "You're welcome." But a younger professional might say, "No problem" or "No worries." Neither is wrong. They simply reflect different generations. The key is to embrace the new communication style, but also stay tolerant of the old. So if you notice a misunderstanding, feel free to speak up and educate people. Just make sure to stay polite about it. You can say something like, "Oh, by the way, some people use 'no worries' instead of 'you're welcome.' It's just a newer, more casual way to say it." Or simply share this video with your colleague or with the whole team right now to avoid misunderstandings like that in the future. Now, this brings me to the end of my video. We just learned 5 rules of successful business communication in English. What do you think? Do you follow these rules? Do you have any other communication tips that you would like to share with us in the comments? Let me know. Or maybe you would like to improve your business communication. You would like to speak more politely, for example, or you would like to learn more phrases that you can use in your daily conversations. Well, if this is the case, if you would like to improve your business communication in the tech world, I'm inviting you to join our course that is called English for IT Communication. This course is perfect for you if you are already quite confident about your English skills like grammar, vocabulary, but you would like to up your effective communication game. Like in this course, you're going to learn how to communicate professionally in different situations, how to make presentations in English, demos, how to communicate in Slack chats, how to communicate with clients internationally and cross-culturally, how to sound more polite in English. So if you're curious to learn more about the course, and if you want to get a special offer on this course, head over to the description section. I will drop all the necessary information there. And of course, if you found this video useful, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next Friday with the new portion of English.